morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing, everybody? What is.
Good morning.
Whoa, what just happened? Okay, there's Jason. What's up, bud? Good morning, Dr. Feelgood. How are you doing today? Yes, we do come here often, arguably daily.
Quite often.
You know, in the vertical mode over here, if they just put the us like this landscape as opposed to portrait, I think that would be better. But I don't know that we can change that setting. But it's very interesting to see it.
I'm trying to turn it off because there's 3 sets of us on my screen right now. And I
It's
don't
okay. You don't like seeing that much of yourself?
No, I don't like seeing that much of you.
Set you up for that one. Yeah, it's definitely wild. If anyone's been on the new StreamYard, they're doing a vertical version for like the Instagram and the TikToks and stuff like that, and they show you both now, so you kind of get to. It's weird. It's a wee bit weird.
There's a full screen version now too. Now we're gigantic.
Yeah.
Every day it's like they have a new update, and I don't ever learn how to use the last one. Good morning, Dr. Feelgood.
Well, it is Tuesday. It is Veterans Day, so happy Veterans Day to anyone. I don't know if we have. Well, if we get an audience in here, we can start to ask, who are our veterans? Who's served? Let me know. And it's Deepest's birthday. Happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday,
Young
buddy.
man. Young man. The big 19.
19. Dang.
Yep.
I have to. Okay, this is going to. I have to line myself up with the vertical layout, or I'm off screen.
Yeah, or just don't. Just like put your head to the side. Put your head to the other side, and it'll be like half Jason, half Dom.
Matt. We will now call you Matt.
Oh, hey. All right, Matt. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Man, 19. What a time to think about and remember.
It's awesome, dude.
Good
morning.
I still kind of feel 19-ish. I got some 19 blood still in me.
Sometimes. I mean, look, I don't know how much you shared that Halloween costume picture, but I think that was in your 20s. But you look better now. So I mean, that could have just been a very poorly taken picture. But you if you just send that picture to people and you're like, hey, which one is me at 19 and which one is me at 45? I think most people would swap it.
Well, thank you. Yes, I definitely feel better. That was also probably a bad angle. I mean,
That's what I was thinking.
I was also kind of inebriated at that particular moment.
Got it. Yeah, man. Act 19. We should all act 19 forever.
I was doing more running than lifting at that point. Yeah.
The only people who shouldn't act 19 are those that are 19. Y'all should just act older. And then when you get to be our age,
it's almost like a Benjamin Button sliding scale.
Yeah. Reverse psychology, your age.
The younger you are, the more.
Who's that? Kieran Camel? Good morning, bud. Orion, good morning.
Yeah, it's like I remember 19 through 30. I'm concerned about doing all the things that older people do. And now that I'm almost 45,
so close.
I'm more concerned at keeping my youth. I feel like I'm doing
100%.
Bad.
Oh, nice. Brother's birthday is on Friday. Yeah, our cult leader, Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, his 50th birthday is Friday. So that's coming up. Big celebration. Somewhat. Maybe we'll wish him a happy birthday on here. Maybe not.
I got mine on Wednesday. Scorpios unite. Water signs.
Wait, yours is tomorrow or next Wednesday?
No, Wednesday. So, yeah, I'm not particularly alarmed about 45. I was probably a lot more alarmed about turning 30 than I am
Yeah.
this middle year here. Dom, I got to tell you, this is my second day on Dom time, and I'm feeling great.
On time rocks.
I already had 2 hours to myself. I did all the things that I intend to do most days.
Yeah.
So if you are not yet on Dom time, I don't know what that calculates to as far as time zones go, but
Good thing Ryan's not here. That's a triggering conversation.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
2 hours to myself.
it's something that I actually I'll give the credit where the credit's due, but it's something I actually learned from Ryan Holiday. Like I studied, and I listened to his daily podcasts and his long form interviews, and just a lot of the people that he was talking to, and himself included. These high performers, like whatever you want to call them. Uh, it was just very noticeable that they've taken advantage of that morning time of waking up early to just have that free time before, unless you're doing international business. um for the most part, like if your business is local, that waking up earlier than the business day starts, it means that your phone's not buzzing. Like it means that, and then if you're a parent, waking up before your kids are awake, it means they're not asking you to do things like make them breakfast or find their shoes or, whatever. So it just gives you as much time as you want, and like you control it by waking up earlier and earlier and earlier. Um, Gives you as much time as you want or need to do the selfish things that allow you to be selfless the rest of the days, or the rest of the hours in the day. So working out, going for a walk, this little conversation here, reading, journaling, if you can sneak around the kitchen and make yourself a breakfast, cold plunge, sauna, whatever, like whatever anyone wants to do in the morning, you name it. I would just highly recommend not anything on the phone or social media. That's like the other kind of key component. I feel like that drains energy more than people know. And
Yeah,
so
I
staying
spent
off that as long as possible.
like I say like my first, I don't know, 15 minutes. I did Instagram, and it's like every time I do that, it's not, don't, I mean, as we all know, you probably don't feel any better when
Yeah.
you do the social holes. But I mean, I've already painted. I've already set up my
Nice.
day for school.
Good stuff.
What else
So
did I
I
do?
used to, when I started, I used to try to go 1 to 2 hours without touching my phone.
Hmm.
So I would wake up with the alarm or without the alarm. My phone would be on me or near me, but it would be in like the most, restricted do not disturb mode. The only times I use it in that 1 to 2 hours is to set up like a workout app or a timer, like if I'm trying to time certain things. Like I like to hit the punching bag for a minute, just to get like a little bit of a heart rate going. And so I'll set a timer for that. But other than that, I try to, limit the interaction on the phone, even text messages. I'm not so good with that now, as you know, because we were texting this morning already.
The only texts I get in the morning are you guys.
Yeah, I have you guys, and then I have my other two friends out here that are also early morning people. Um, like they both wake up in the 3 or 4 o'clock hour as well. So we kind of keep each other accountable on the workouts, and saying what we're doing and all that stuff. So it's good to find those people. And so that's actually a good source of that morning time. Like I say, like this this space right here is usually one of the first things that I do that involves my phone, is coming on here. But I don't really think of it like social media. I think of it as a video call
Oh
with
no,
with
it's
a,
all
with a
it's
friend.
all it's all intentional connections
Yeah.
instead of reactionary emailing. Um, which is a great segue into today's topic. Uh,
Let's do it.
Talking today about how we're setting up our schedules to put your
Yeah.
family first. And I think the point here is
What up, Waffles?
all the things that we do with our time, like the scheduling that we do. You're at work most of the time, working out, scheduling time with friends, whatever. All that stuff goes into who we are as like a family dude. God damn it, dogs! I want to go in and out. It's like how much of that time are you actually? How much of that time is intentional planning for your family? I put in the title today that most people will say, and most people here will say that, like, your kids come first, your family comes first, but how often do your habits and your schedule actually show that? And I would definitely say, since we've been doing this, and if you've been checking in the mornings, if you're in the chat, you're most likely doing that by giving yourself a little bit of time in the morning to focus on that stuff. I'm kind of thinking back to when I was, I don't know, like the first few years of parenthood. It was like, had to wake up, had to get the kids up. And it was all to get that stuff over with so I could focus on myself. Whereas now the things that I do is mostly geared towards improving myself for my family. Shut up.
Yeah, I was actually listening to just the first part of a Stephen Bartlett podcast on the way home yesterday. And it was a lady on there, and I don't exactly remember or know who she is. I've never heard of her, but she had a really good point about, the difference between saying you're going to spend time with your family and actually spending that intentional time with your family, that undistracted, like put your phone away, get off the screens, like one-on-one time. And I think this reading today kind of like doubled down on it, where it was like, you know, everybody says it's almost like cliche, like that family's the most important thing, especially like as a parent, like your kids. And, we only get them for a limited amount of time. And there's, a lot of that, time is fleeting. Eventually they're going to, walk out that door. And then then you really look back and you're like, well, what was I doing that whole time? And so these pages are reminders that, you know, we need to like kind of keep that more top of mind. We need to build our calendars around spending time with our kids, like one-on-one time, 3-on-1, 2-on-1, whatever the variation is, and all of them in between, so that when we look back, and that time has come for them to move on to the next part of their life, we're not looking back at a calendar full of work meetings, or the high score on a video game, or whatever it is. We look back on time well spent with our kids.
Yeah. And I'm not saying all that meaning that that's always like top of mind. Like, there are definitely times when I put stuff down or put things on pause to spend time with my kids and my family, where it's like in my head, it's like I'm still in that work mode or like task mode. And it is a practice. Like, I definitely have gotten much better at it in the past few years, for sure. But it's just like, I wonder if my kids notice the things that I trade time off between. Like last night, we got our new couch down here so we can spend time, but it's also right next to my workspace, and like I had my timer going for like my 25/5, not mine, Pomodoro technique. I found it pretty helpful these past 2 months. I've tried it in the past with less success, but it's like every 25 minutes, this timer would go off and I would stop and like join them. And I'm like, I wonder what this even sounds like to them. Like this timer goes off and like dad switches attitudes. It's like, what is going
Yeah.
on? Um, but then it's also like I hope that's one of those things that they notice me doing, or maybe at some point incorporate that into, or even ask why do you have an alarm when we're home alone and there's nothing else going on, Dad? You know, uh, when
Huh.
you mentioned kind of always moving forward. In the reading today, Bruce Springsteen's Blood Brothers was referenced, his song. Um, and at first, there was also Blood on Blood is also a Bon Jovi song. A lot of New Jersey artists with blood themed family songs. Um, but one of the lyrics here, I was reading through it, and I never heard the song before, but one of those lines is always moving ahead, never looking back. And one of the things I remember a few weeks ago, we talked about how, or no, it wasn't here. It was one of those paired app questions. Is
Oh,
like
okay.
once in a while it'll ask about like how do you reminisce or talk about or like honor your past experiences.
Hmm.
And that was a good thought because like I don't think we ever really reminisce about
Mm.
things because it's like we are constantly doing the next thing, and very rarely do we think about the past unless like our phone serves us memories from like 5 years ago, you know,
Yeah.
that's the only time. But then and then I'm also thinking about um, what's the, what's the family show with Ted Bundy? Family,
Ted
family
Bundy.
show.
I don't know.
I'm,
No clue.
I'm forgetting, but he gives a really great speech at a wedding where um, every stage of your kid's childhood, it's just like one after the other, and it just kind of builds up until one day they just step out of the house and it's gone, and all you're
Hmm.
left with is memories. Um, so I'm trying to tie that into the song here, where it's like once in a while, maybe take a step back and like think about the things that
Yeah.
you've been through. I don't even know how to do that. I'm just like tossing out
Well,
really
that's
weird.
why I like the idea of, and I still married with children. I think that's Al Bundy. Um,
I said Ted Bundy.
you did.
Wow, Al
So
Bundy.
you're talking about the actor Al Bundy, who's Ed O'Neill,
Ed
who was
O'Neill,
in Modern Family, is
Modern
what you're talking
Family.
about.
Yeah,
That's exactly who I went to when you said Family Show, but you said Ted Bundy, and I'm like Al Bundy, maybe. But yeah, okay, we connected that dot, folks. We got it. Thank you, Dr.
yeah,
Feelgood, for bridging the gap. Um, that's why I like the idea of, but I still haven't gotten like I think I had showed you guys maybe in the parent chat or something or on here I think. I was doing like a Canva presentation for my family to bring into some better family dynamics and like more of like a gratitude and appreciation based like family conversations, even if it's like reward system based, because I've noticed just the way that we've raised our children is very like instant gratification, um, is just the way that they work, and I think that's just because that was kind of uh, how we were both brought up as well, and in our society. So I think that's a good way to, look back and have a, fond, relate on those fond memories and kind of circle back on the good things, the wins of the week or the month or the year, versus, you know, like I have like an issue with people, like especially like work-based clients, like always maintaining a focus on the problems and the negative of the job. And I'm constantly reminding my clients that it's tough and difficult and stressful now, but 3, 4, 12, 16 months from now, like you'll be done with me, and you guys will, you'll be so happy. Like I know you can't really see that right now because all you're looking at is this big, these big invoices and all these delays and this rain on your plywood and all this mud everywhere. But 2 years from now, you're just going to be having friends over and they're going to tell you how amazing your house looks. And you're going to have forgotten all those little problems. Or you may remember one or two and you'll be like, damn, remember when I gave Dominic so much crap for like how wet this, house got during a rainstorm that he couldn't control? And a lot of that transitions into my family too. Like we'll go through a weekend and we'll be, and I'm guilty of it more than anyone, but we'll complain about, being behind schedule or having traffic or whatever. And then it's like, but then we look back, a year from now, it's like, oh, that was a really fun time we had going to Hawaii or going, to the trunk or treat and, seeing the 6-7 car. Like it, it's hard to not focus on the negative on the day to day. And I think the best way to do it is probably bringing in more of the positive, and that's something that I'm trying to work on right now. My family, for sure.
I think that's really cool coming from like the contractor. Like that's not something that I would ever have imagined getting. Like the guy that's building your house that you're gonna be filling with memories. It's like coming from a family man who's telling you all the things that will be happening in the future. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I had a client tell me the other day. She's like, you never stress out about anything, and I'm like, there's nothing to stress out about. Like, it's
Yeah.
just a house. Like, I get it. You see problems, but my literal job is to fix them. And so it may take some time, but I will fix them. I promise you that. I'm like, you just need to like take my vibe and just relax. Like, just enjoy the good parts of the house. See the bad ones, note them, send me an email whenever you want. There's no time of day that you can't send me an email because she's noticed I respond only during certain times, and she's like, so I'm just trying to respect your time. And I'm like, I don't. You can send me an email whenever you want. I'm never gonna read it if I don't want to. So you can do whatever you want, and I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do. I will get to it. I promise you that. It will be added to the list. I may not even like respond to you, but I will get it done.
Yeah.
Um, like I just don't. There's no reason to add that little layer of stress or anxiety or worry or concern. Like unless, and I think I've said this before, unless it's an emergency, a fire, a flood, but then those I treat seriously because they are serious.
Yeah. If as you're talking about this stuff with them and like starting the house or the beginning of that journey, I go all the way to the end as you're talking,
Hmm.
also referencing the song today, on through the houses of the dead past, those fallen in their tracks. How many houses do you drive by? This isn't a specific question. This is just kind of like
Okay.
a general question here. Is like how many houses have you passed where like families have kind of come and gone? Like our last house that I had to fix up, built in the 1970s.
Hmm.
I think we were like the third family that has started and ended in that house.
Yeah.
And you might
Well,
drive.
not ended, but
Say it again.
not ended.
Not ended.
Started and moved on.
Moved on.
Yeah.
But it's like how many houses through time have held multiple families,
Yeah.
and you were just part of that. You're just like one little chapter in that
Hmm.
house. Like especially in like if your town has like Longmont has an old town, like many towns where houses have been around since like early 20th century.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
we're
know,
third owner of this one, I believe, and this is only 97, built in 97.
yeah. And this is also, I guess, kind of referencing last night or yesterday's talk where, we've been doing this for ages, been doing it for eons, however long an eon is, 10,000 years. I don't know. But it's like how many structures or how many families has structures held that are still standing where you were
Yeah.
just like a footnote or just a short chapter in that structure's history.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little bit of perspective that I think about. Like our last house, family started there, family ended there. The parents passed away, the son took over, and then eventually he was actually evicted. But
Oh, damn.
it's like,
Okay.
every structure has its own story, and you might drive past abandoned houses that at one point were flourishing at some point.
Yeah. Yep.
So, um, just a little bit of, oh, hey, what's up, baby?
My house is just over 100 years old. Wow. So you got a 20s.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm
Oh, good
kidding.
morning, little one.
Oh, you playing
That's
shy?
a cool shirt. Is that tie dye?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Which side do I
Oh,
have to go to? There we are.
oh, to try to get in the frame on that vertical. Don't worry about the
Yeah.
vertical, man.
Oh, so close. Look, we're in that little, see that little picture right there? That's where we are. You want some Celsius? Okay.
Are you excited for a day off of school?
Yeah.
We actually don't have off today.
Oh, you don't? Did you have yesterday off?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. My kids got 2 days off. They're like living this like a crazy 4 day weekend life. Um,
You get you got
Brooklyn was out last night. What?
you got 2 days off for Veterans Day?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
got
only
to
have I only have today off, so that's why I'm here. But Brooklyn was out last night till like 9 or 10 o'clock at the movies with their friends, like
celebrating
way past
Veterans
my bedtime.
Day.
Yeah,
Watch
to celebrate Veterans Day, of course.
Can you
Yep, we go
say
to the movies.
hi, Mama Bear? Say hi, Mama Bear. Oh, come on. She just said hi to you.
She did. Do you see it? I can't post it again.
The
Uh-oh.
vertical stress.
I'm missing some comments. Y'all can't chat fast while I'm on my phone.
Mama's got kids at home doing school.
Oh
I did
yeah,
do
she's a
it.
homeschooler.
These are one of those holidays where at school I always remember it's that day in the morning. Like, what quick 1 day project could I start for Flag Day? Last year
Yeah.
at I don't know if this is against flag standards because I know like there's laws against like messing with the flag and whatnot. But I had them
Mm-hmm.
redesign the American flag. It's like they could only use blue, white, red, stars and stripes, and
Oh,
like
okay.
they make their own like flag design. It went pretty
Yeah.
cool. I don't know if that was like I don't know if that's considered disrespectful or not. So
I mean, I think of it more like like what it is, an art project, right?
well, this is what we do. We bend the rules and
I don't know
law.
what you call that, like expressive art or, some
We
sort
call it
of
we call that reappropriation.
okay.
That's the technical term for that. Uh, all right, we are at 7:01. I gotta go. Kristen, mom had to take Kristen to the airport again for a little.
Okay.
So it's me and the kids.
All right. Wife is she's a traveling beast right now. Get it.
She
Get it,
is.
Kristen.
She's doing well. Creative liberties. That's a good way. Creative liberty.
Yeah.
So
And I think what Mama Bear said, like I think you can with art if it's just there, but it's more of like the rules of flying the flag. So as long as you're not redesigning it in a way and then flying it as a redesigned flag, I think you're okay. Or if you're like it's not like you're giving the class actual flags and saying, cut this up into pieces and redesign it. That would probably also not be okay.
It's your First Amendment right.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on day whatever it is. I cannot see my counter. Day 5 of 7. We're moving through these. We
I
can
feel like, I mean, technically
easily
we're
get to
like,
day 60, but whatever.
I think we're on technically. I mean, we could call this day 13. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we can change it whenever.
Let's just go to my
The
birth.
rules don't. The rules are made up, and the points don't matter here on the Daily Dad Show.
I'm just gonna go till Wednesday. I'm gonna go to my birthday. We'll just keep setting. Moving the goalpost.
I like how mine's a count up and yours is a count down. That's pretty funny. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming, showing up, talking with us. Love you all. Everybody have a great day. And happy birthday to our friend Deepest. Thank you, buddy. Matt, right? Did he say Matt?
Matt. Yes.
I'm bad with the names, so
someday we'll have him on.
Right on. As we someday have everybody on.